Hey, travelers, we're back. I found Troy.
Yeah, I emerged from my cave. I had house hotel for like 5 days last week, or 4 days.
Yeah.
The wife was gone. I didn't
Yeah.
leave, and I didn't talk to anyone.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it was. I got made fun of by a lot of people for being antisocial, and I'm like, I just lived the dream.
But I bet you sat out on the porch by yourself, had beers by yourself,
Yep.
and was quiet.
Yeah.
Went to bed, took naps,
Read a book.
did all kinds of stuff that dads love to do.
Write a book about U.S. presidents, because
Yeah.
that's what I do when I'm left alone.
Well, I wouldn't read books, but yeah. Other than that, you did about everything that I would have done.
It was amazing. But because of that, I got to drink a couple of really good beers over that weekend, and now I'm here to share them with you. So let's call it research.
Well, that's what this all is.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. It's all research.
So the first beer we're trying is from Tribute Brewing up in Eagle River. I've never had any of their beers until I purchased this one, and I've actually been quite impressed by it.
Well, I look forward to it. Let's see.
I need to move the mic up.
And we, we've been doing a lot of summer beers lately.
Yeah.
So this goes off of what we've been doing, but that's fine.
A good beer is good any time
Yeah,
of year.
there's nothing that said that you can't drink a dark beer in the summer.
And you can't drink a light beer in the winter.
Right.
Yeah. A fruit beer in the
So
winter.
Old Eagle Porter is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yep.
From Tribute, like I said, there in Eagle River, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, northeast, towards kind of up in the Rylander area, if that helps anyone. But it's a pretty remote brewery. I think they're the only brewery in a pretty large area. They have that whole area to themselves. So,
I was going to say there's pretty much nothing up by them at all.
and it's supposed to be, I think, the internet calls this a chocolate porter, though they don't call it out on the can. But I get a little chocolate note in there. I get some.
It's in the fine print. Yeah.
I didn't read that.
Notes of dark chocolate derived from malted grain. Yeah.
Reading cans is important.
Yeah, well, they made it small. That way, only the people that want to read it are going to read it.
No, it's I've been enjoying this beer. Like I said, I drank it during my sabbatical at home, and I enjoyed it every time I had it. It has a nice kind of like roast. It kind of has a porter that hits all the buttons. It's a little roasty. It's a little sweet. It's got a little dark kind of fruit going on, just a smidgen of that.
And it's that dark chocolate, like it says on there, that dark chocolate kind of what you would get from eating dark chocolate, a little bit of bitterness.
Yeah.
Instead of the smoothness that you
Not
get out
quite
of
as
like a milk. Yeah, like a milk chocolate.
Yeah, I'd say that if I had I think you did a nice job on that one, and it's more of a dark chocolate than a milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Good call.
Well, I read it on there too.
Oh, I didn't. See, I didn't read it. Yeah.
And you weren't listening to me.
No,
Which is nothing new.
Well, I mean, got a camera here,
Right.
and Alex is motioning for me to do things.
Well, that's what producers do.
Yeah. Normally, the talent's better at handling it, but yeah, I never said I was good.
But yes, it is a very good beer, and I had never had anything from Tribute myself.
This makes me want to go to Tribute now.
Yeah.
It's amazing how I bought this beer in Madison. I was in Madison last week doing some work before my sabbatical, and I picked this up because I've never had them, never seen them in our area. So it's amazing how if you can get a beer out there somewhere and someone will buy it, that could be a good ambassador for your brewery. Yeah. Like now it makes me kind of want to, next time I'm in that area, I'm like, I'm totally going to Tribute.
Well, Eau Claire seems to be in this weird place where there seems to be a lot of Wisconsin beers that just aren't available here.
Yeah. We get definitely a stronger cities influence.
But not all of them.
No, yeah.
I mean, we get a few cities beers, and we're getting more and more as time goes on.
just came to Eau Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah, all states, or Fair State. All state, yeah.
Fair State. I've seen some people got Pipeworks around here now.
Oh, yeah. Well.
But it must just be kind of one-offs. I don't know that it's any packaged goods other than, keg.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, I guess we should probably do the next one, eh?
Well, why not? So this one, and you can talk more about it. This one's Raised Grain. It's called Black Walnut Belgian Imperial Stout.
Yep. I read it somewhere on the can. I did read this one a little bit more. It had Belgian sugar candy put into the stout to kind of give it that, that's what makes it the Belgian stout. They didn't necessarily use Belgian yeast, but they used that Belgian sugar candy, the dark Belgian sugar candy, which is one of my favorite sweet flavor profiles in beer, as opposed to like fruit sugar or sugar from malt. But I don't think it gets used a lot, and usually when people use it, they use it in doubles or doubles.
Yep.
Belgian style beers. And it's kind of a shame. It's a fun flavor. It's a very versatile ingredient that can be used a lot more. So when I saw this beer once again in my travels, I'm like, oh, I have to buy this. There's There's something about this that just sounds appealing. And I also like the name Black Walnut.
So these guys are out of Waukesha, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to look that up because I wasn't 100% sure what Waukesha was.
And you're from Wisconsin.
And I'm from Wisconsin. That's on the east side of the state. That's like a 4-hour drive, man. At this point, I might as well be from more Minnesota because it's so much easier.
Well, we're close enough. Yeah. I know more about Minnesota than I do Wisconsin.
I know more about Minnesota
now,
than
granted,
I do.
I'm not from here, so...
You know, the eastern half of this state is just a blur. I don't know any of that. I know where Milwaukee kind of is.
I can get there.
I know where to get to the thumb.
Yeah.
29 and just go up, but...
Well, at least you know something. You know more than I do.
Has a fantastic nose on it. You really get those Belgian sugar candies coming through.
And you really get it on the taste, too.
Oh, yeah. This is 100% the reason why I bought this beer, and it delivered for me. Get that strong sugar candy flavor.
That would make a fine Christmas beer.
Yeah, but we're drinking it in July.
Well, Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
Hey, everybody else is celebrating it. Why not?
Who's everyone else?
Me.
Oh, okay. I was like, is there a thing going on?
Well, some people do Christmas in July.
Like NBC
I mean, it's
was
not
doing
it's not like it's not a commercialized thing yet. Just give it time.
As soon as people find money.
Wait until the economy tanks, and then it'll be back.
No, yeah. So I find this beer to be fun. It's kind of like, not to beat a dead horse, but just brewers making beers with different ingredients and not just throwing more hops in it, or
right.
Actually looking and making a well-crafted beer with weirder ingredients, and that's a little work. There's no style guidelines to go by.
Well, and really, isn't that what the craft beer movement is about?
100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't
you don't have that. There isn't this one path that you absolutely have to positively follow. You can make a good beer, and it can have all kinds of crazy flavors to it, as long as it's a good beer.
Oh yeah. As long as it's balanced somewhat. And so this one's kind of a wild card here, Landon. I aged this beer for a long time for no reason, but I did it.
Did it get lost?
No, it's just been in my beer fridge, and I just like, I'm going to open it this weekend when the guys are over, and we just never have. This is a Summit Union Series. It's called the Old Blackguard. It's an English-style barley wine. I'll have to look at the date here. It was bottled in... Enjoy by 2016 March.
Oh, so well, we're only
2 years old.
A little over 2 years. 2 years later, and here we are.
But I bought this 4-pack because I think it's been well documented on this show. I like Summit a lot. I think Summit's a good brewery. I like English style beers. Summit makes a lot of English style beers. So I got this because it was an English style barley wine. The first couple bottles I had were super hot, just incredibly high levels of booze because I think the alcohol in this is fairly high.
It's over 10, I think.
Yeah,
we went
10.1.
We went from smaller ABV to higher ABV. So
yeah, so I thought this beer needed to calm down a little bit, cool off. So that's why I put it in the beer fridge or in the basement. I have a beer cellar to help see if that heat would come out of the beer a little bit. And it's time to see if my idea was good.
Well, I can still smell the booziness on the nose.
Yeah, she still got that booze smell. There's like almost like a apricot jam or like a jammy smell to it too. You got a little sweetness.
I don't know because I've never had this before, but it's mellow.
Oh, it's so much better. Yeah. It's actually aged quite nicely. Obviously, you got the oxidation from the age, so that caramely flavor kind of calms the oxidation in the bottle, which Summit has really high standards, so their oxidation levels are pretty low. But nonetheless, you can't help it. This beer is well past its technically good-by date, but I think that oxidation has kind of calmed the booze down and brought out some more of the malt character.
Still has that booziness, though. It's still...
Oh, yeah. It's significantly less.
Still quite high.
I just remember the first time I bought the 4-pack and I sat home and I opened it, I was like, whoa, like I had to light my breath on fire. So, 2 years of aging.
That's great.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always work out.
And sometimes darker, heavier beers like barley wines and stuff like that, or even Eisenbachs, because they have so little hops in them and stuff like that, that they almost take on a dark fruit note when they get older, and you kind of get a little dark fruit coming out.
There's a little bit of fruit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like a dried fruit flavor.
Yep.
And I really, once again, I like weird flavors in beer sometimes. I really appreciate that, so I'm happy.
There you go.
I don't know if I had 20 more of them, if I'd go home and chug them, but
Well, I don't know that you're going to chug a barley wine anyway.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a new episode.
Unless you're just
That
having
should just be a show.
just a real awful day.
Landon and Troy chug barley wines. Just an entire episode of
That would be the shortest episode I think we've probably ever done.
just a little tear in your eye.
7 minutes in, we're totally off the rails, and
So a normal episode.
yeah, well, usually we give it a good 10 minutes or so before we get completely off the rails.
Yeah, but yeah, Summit. Like I said, I don't know if they do their Union series anymore. I know they
were just. I had one. Well, of course, time goes by in my life without me, really ever thinking much of it. But I know that I had the Russian Imperial.
Oh yeah,
that was a Union.
That one, I think it was a year ago though.
It might have been last fall.
Yeah.
So
they kind of been playing around. I mean, Summit's always making new beers. It's just a matter of what they call them. So,
well, that transitions well into
oh, look at that.
our bus trip.
Oh, yeah,
coming up September 8th.
We didn't plan this, but I'm glad it worked.
We didn't, but sometimes things work out. So we are going to Summit September 8th. We're going to have a private tour.
I believe it sounds tour. Tour.
Or on the East tour, private tour of the rat. Well, not necessarily the Ratskeller, but they redid the Ratskeller.
Is that what they call their tap room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all brand new and everything. It looks, at least from the pictures that I've seen in the videos and everything, it looks really nice. So we'll be able to go there and have a few beers, and then we get a private tour. So
fresh EPA, I'm in.
Right?
Yeah.
So we get to see their huge fermenters and all the great things that are inside of Summit.
Beautiful brewery, fun people.
Fantastic.
Not a single bad thing I can say about those guys.
Yeah, fun place to go. So we're gonna do that,
and then
we're gonna go to Tin Whiskers. We're gonna drop off at Tin Whiskers. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah,
and then it's kind of gonna be a free for all a little bit. So St. Paul, especially right by Tin Whiskers, there's a lot of breweries that you can walk to. So we're kind of we're hoping for a really nice day. Now, granted, we have a bus, and if it doesn't turn out to be a nice day, we can still get people dropped off wherever. But within, I would say 2 blocks, it's probably not even quite that, but you can walk over to Barrel Theory. You can go to...
For all you hop lovers out there, Barrel Theory is...
Or Berliner Weiss. They make a lot of Berliner Weiss.
Sours and hops, man.
Yeah.
If you like either of those, that's probably the place to be in the cities right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's probably the hottest place in the city. I mean, not literally hot, but...
It might be.
Probably the next greatest thing as far as breweries go in the cities is Barrel Theory.
And it's Tin Whiskers is fun, too.
I love Tin Whiskers. Yeah, let's not... go past Tin Whiskers. We're all going to stop there, and you will have a fantastic time.
Tin Whiskers, not a bad word in this that I can say about those guys.
No, and they started doing a lot of different things now, too, speaking of different things in beer. A lot of infusions, a lot of different kinds of different things, a lot of fun things.
There's also Great Water Brewing.
Yeah, Great Waters.
I've never been there, so that could be a fun new one for me to go to.
12 Eyes is
never been there either.
I've been there. They kind of have a neat little place that you go down off the street.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a mini Cheers type of thing where you can go down,
That's ideal.
Yeah, they got a neat little place.
I love drinking in basements.
Right. And then if you don't like any of those, you can go to World of Beers.
Which is just a lot of beer on tap, right?
Just a lot of beer on tap.
Which is sometimes in its own right is awesome because you get a buffet then.
Right.
That's why I want to open a beer bar called the Beer Buffet.
Maybe we'll think about that. We'll do that. None of you out there steal that. That's all right.
Trademarked beer.
Troy's idea.
Beer Buffet.
Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna do that. Plus, St. Paul, especially that part of St. Paul, has some really fantastic restaurants to go to. So you will not go hungry. There's Black Sheep Pizza, which is coal-fired pizza.
Oh yeah. There's a really good Thai place.
Little Thai place that's right next to Tin Whiskers. Dark Horse is right next to Barrel Theory.
Not the brewery, but a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah. Dark Horse Brewing's in Marshall, Michigan.
Yep.
Fun fact.
Dark Horse. I believe it's called Dark Horse. It's something horse anyway.
We'll figure it out. Gopher bars over there.
Gopher bars over there. Yeah, if you want.
We were really drunk and we ended up at the Gopher bar. We were at Barrel Theory, but we were so drunk we couldn't appreciate Barrel Theory. So let's go to the Gopher bar, and we actually had a fantastic time. They have like a bunch of Flat Earth on tap.
Oh yeah,
and cheap food, cheap bar food with Flat Earth on tap.
If you like towny bars, and those of you that are from Wisconsin going on this bus trip with us, you probably love towny bars. So
yeah. And
Gopher bar is the epitome of towny bar.
Nothing better than a towny bar with good tap wine.
Absolutely.
Nothing better.
So yeah, if you want to buy tickets for that, you can go to taproomtravelers.com, look for Beer Run, or look us up on Facebook. We have a bunch of posts about it on there. We'll be posting about it randomly on social media leading up to the date. But hurry, we already started selling tickets and they're going. So we'd love to see you on the bus. And then I think we're going to do one more for 2018, but we haven't announced it yet. But we want you on the September one.
Send your suggestions. We're always up for new ideas.
Yeah,
we're not. I mean, Wayne, it's closer to perfect than I am, but we're not perfect.
I'm not even close.
But find if there's a bar that you place that you think is awesome that we haven't been to, let us know. We'll give it a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Comment and all that stuff.
Yeah, comment below. Look us up on YouTube. I mean, you probably are finding us on YouTube right now, but make sure that you subscribe.
The website,
we need subscribers.
The website you're on right now is YouTube.
Or maybe it's not.
Or Facebook.
Maybe somebody's sharing this and we just don't know about it.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So, do all those great things on YouTube, Facebook.
That guy's pretty good looking. The guy sharing this.
So?
I think he's a good looking dude.
All right.
Not like he takes care of himself.
Okay. Yeah. Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And from all of us at Taproom Travelers, that's it for this time. We'll see you next time. Prost.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.